Tap 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 is now the order of the day. 99% of tap-ins won't give out airdrops because the community is too big for them to handle. You want to know more about this? Watch the video to the end.
This is the end for Hamster Combat, TapSwap, Blum, and all the Telegram tapping bots. Now, this Telegram tapping bot started with Notcoin, which gave out hundreds of dollars in airdrop to each users. Personally, I made about $800 from it, and a lot of my community members made money from Notcoin. And because of the success of Notcoin, we started having new tapping bots like Hamster Combat, Pixelverse, TapSwap, Blum, Catizen, and many more. Now, Pixelverse was second to launch, and it launched on many exchanges like Bybit, Gate.io, Mexi, and many more exchanges. Now, this was where the problem began. Initially, everyone that was tapping on Pixelverse felt that they were going to get airdrop from Pixelverse team when this token get launched, just because Notcoin was successful and they felt it was going to follow that same way. But you know what? When it was time to give out this airdrop, it didn't follow that same method because not everyone was giving the airdrop. Now, according to the Pixelverse team, they said they had about 75 million users, and out of that 75 million users, only 1 million users were giving the airdrop. That means about 74 million users were not giving the airdrop. Now, this is a big problem, and it caused a lot of crises on Twitter, Telegram, and many more platforms where people were talking against the Pixelverse team. Some other persons were even calling it scam. But if you see this post by their co-founder, it says, "We really wish we could have given tokens to everyone, but this would have represented a giveaway of $74 million if just give $1 to everyone. It is impossible for even the biggest gaming company in the world." Now, what he was trying to say is, even if they gave out $1 to each of their users, that would have been $74 million, and they don't have that $74 million to give out. Now, imagine if they gave out $10, that would have been over $740 million. And imagine if it was $100, that would have been $7.4 billion. So where would they get the money to pay everyone? And it was at this point all the Telegram tapping bots died. Now, I'm not saying they're actually dead right now. No, they are alive. But most of them are not going to reward their community, judging by some of these things. Let's start with Hamster Combat. Now, according to Hamster Combat, they have over 300 million users. Now, imagine if they give out $1 each. That is over $300 million. Where would they get the money to give out to people? So it simply tells you that $1 is not even guaranteed for Hamster Combat. That is if they should give out $1 to each users. Now, I know that the next thing they're going to do is they're going to try to exclude a lot of persons, just like Pixelverse did. And let's say they excluded 50%, which is about 150 million users, and they give out $1. That's still about $150 million. Where would they get the money for that? So most persons are not even going to be happy because they got $1 from Hamster Combat. And that is still a very big problem because even if they choose to give out this airdrop to, let's say, 10% of their users, which is about 30 million users, and they give out $1 to $10, so let's say $1, it simply means that's about $30 million, which looks very easy, right? Now increase that to about $10. That is still about $300 million. Where would they get the money from? Now, I know you're going to be saying, like, there's buying and selling, people could buy and then it could keep going up in price and all of that. Yes, it's possible, but they still need to have some of this money, even if not all of this money. They still need to have it on their hand. They still need to have this money on their hand, except like they are going to list at certain prices, and then the first few persons that be able to sell at higher prices, and other persons sell at lower prices. Then it's still possible. So this is a big problem. Now, the next thesis that might be coming to your mind is Notcoin gave out hundreds of dollars. So how were they able to do that? Now, Notcoin had all the backing of all exchanges. Binance, for instance, organized a launch pool for Notcoin where they were able to raise about $180 million, according to what I heard. That was the money that was added for the token to start trading. And they also raised money from other platforms like BitGet and so many other exchanges. And Notcoin also had the backing of Ton ecosystem. So I believe Ton ecosystem might have also added more money to this thing to make it successful. Now, what this simply means is if you don't have this kind of support, you might most likely not give out a good airdrop. And the question now is, does Hamster Combat have a good partnership with some of these big guys that could help them raise money? I don't have any information to that, but time is going to tell. But this simply tells you that even TapSwap, Blum, and many of these tapping are not going to do very well in terms of airdrop. Because when you calculate these things with just these small metrics, you understand that they most likely are not going to do that. And what this simply means is you need to lower your expectations. Stop expecting so much from this airdrop. Most of them are not going to give you even $1. So I'm going to find a way to exclude people from the airdrops. I'm not saying you should not do them, so you don't blame me for anyone that does well. But I know that 99% of all the tapping we have right now are not going to give out big airdrop because the community size is too big for them to handle. So even if you're tapping, please lower your expectations. And one final thing I need to say is some of these tapping platforms are just here to milk the users and not to give out good airdrop. Hamster Kombat, for instance, posts video daily on YouTube and their videos does like 10 to 30 million views. That's a lot of money they're making from YouTube alone. Now imagine how much they're making from Telegram, imagine how much they're making from Twitter. So most of this money could go into building the game, paying staffs, and probably adding liquidity to the token so that, but for teams that won't be transparent, they will just use this method to make money from AdSense from each platform, and they will decide to put all this money in their pocket. This is why I believe 99% of them might not give you a good airdrop. So make sure to lower your expectations. So for you that is tapping, the final question that might be coming to your mind now is, what is the next way to make money in crypto? Well, this is where I'm going to call it a wrap for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.
Bro, Baba FX shop for you.